see it come to fruition. But the last application we want to briefly get into before wrapping up the episode is solar films to increase the efficiency of solar cells. And you mentioned on the website your NANOWEB technology. So I guess without getting into any proprietary details, we were just wondering maybe generally what structure property relationships allow metamaterials to potentially absorb sunlight from all angles more efficiently than the materials that are used today.
Yeah. So our approach to solar is, again, to be a nanomaterials company. So solar, it's all about light management. How do you manage the light that comes in abundance from up above in the best possible way? So one of the challenges with solar technology is that you hear a lot about efficiency. Oh, this is 30% efficient, this is 40% efficient, this is 20% efficient. But what most people don't realize is that the efficiency happens over a very narrow angular bandwidth. It means that think of it as a cone. That's if you have your solar cell, you have an acceptance cone that you can maximize efficiency. And if you're outside of this cone, you don't get efficiency. You get nothing. And there's a massive drop in how much of that light coming in at off angles can actually be turned into electricity. So the drop is dramatic. And so if you think of any situation like your home, you have a fixed roof, which means you cannot track the sun. If you have anything that moves, like a car, a train, a plane, like you have the challenge of how can you predict the output of your solar array if you cannot have it within that maximum efficiency output cone all the time. Now, in the solar farm industry, these massive gigawatt installations that exist in the desert, in other places, they are energy producing solar farms, but they come with a solar tracker. So you have a hydraulic system that perfectly tracks the sun, sometimes even in 2 axes, because of the rotational movements of the Earth during the year, and basically adjust perfectly throughout the entire day, and then you're within that sweet spot of the cone all the time. Now, it turns out that today, with the price of silicon dropping to record numbers, the actual tracking system has become a little bit more expensive, more than 50% of the overall cost of the solar installation. So think about that for a second. So today, solar technology in a solar farm would be less than 50% of the cost of the overall solar installation. And 50+% now is the tracker. So our thesis coming into this was, can you absorb light at very wide angles? Our target has been 160 degrees without having the need to track. And if you can do that, what kind of materials would you need to use? What would the structure of the solar cell become? And, is this only a technology you can apply to silicon, or can you apply to other types of solar technology cells? There's SIGs, there's 3.5, perovskite, there's a number of types of solar cell types. So we started this incredible collaboration with Enel Green Power. It's a top 10 utility company out of Italy, Lockheed Martin, and got funding from what is the equivalent of the Department of Energy in Canada. It's a $15 million program. We have made a ton of progress despite the delays with COVID and supply chain challenges, etc. This is moving now to areas where we want to demonstrate a 10 kilowatt array in the coming months. And basically, we have a plan put together where this technology will be proven out in the field, in somebody's roof, maybe in Italy or someplace like that. So we have the real data to showcase our technology. But in a laboratory situation, we have already made the nanostructures. We have put them on different types of solar cells. We have shown each component, how it operates. And now we are starting to basically scale that operation to a nearby kind of a near-term plan that helps us commercialize it. It's a very exciting field, and it's a metamaterial that captures light from all angles. It's called the MMAT resonator. We have partnered with Professor Mark Brogersma, who is a top metamaterial scientist in our field at Stanford University and a couple of other universities, to basically bring these innovations forward.
That's really cool.